Hi, this is David. Welcome very much to this bonus video whereby I want to show you a very cool trick. I want to show you how to easily create an information product that is based on your uniqueness, and then how to profit from it. Right? So let's get started. First of all, why is an information product? Actually, what is an information product? This video that you're watching right now is an information product. Books, videos, whatever. Any of these how-to guides in any format, those are information products. In fact, even seminars are information products, right? But information sells, that's why. And it's easy to make, yeah? Not only is it whatever, I mean, just think about this, right? To make a product, a physical product, it's quite hard, you know. It may or may not be hard, but to me, I find that making information, how-to information, is much easier than making some kind of physical product. Not only is it easier to make, but it's easy to distribute, right? Kind of working on the fly with you as we go along. Now, let's look at how big the information industry is. Some people call it the expert industry, some people call it just education, some call it in the information industry. It depends, and also it's very hard to kind of like put a boundary and say this is where it starts, this is where it stops. I mean, because even like a lot of these super big IT companies, or even a company like Apple, in a way it's in the information industry, in a way. But anyways, let's say we just want to look at education. Education, whether it's formal education or informal education, any kind of education in all sorts of, in all shapes and sizes, is globally, it is over $1 trillion. It's a $1 trillion industry. In fact, more. I think it's worth $2.1 trillion. I'm not sure, but I did see a number close to that somewhere at some point. But education is huge. People want to learn stuff. You know, people want to know what to do and how to do it. They do. I mean, think about it. Why are you watching this video? You want to know what to do and how to do that thing, right? So, just yesterday I was having a conversation with a friend, and in his line of business, he would never have thought that there could be, actually there was two friends, that information products could be built out of them. One of my friends sells cars. That's his thing. He's a car dealer. The other one of my friend is he's into events, you know, event management and that kind of thing. But also he's an expatriate. You know, he's from Belgium, working in Kenya. That's what I mean by an expatriate. He's somebody working abroad, living and working in another country. I was just pointing out to those two guys that, look, even though you sell cars, car dealer, man, there's so much you can teach people about cars. Think about it. Somebody's going to spend a lot of money about cars. If you could give them a quick video that maybe saves them a bundle on cars, you know, make sure that they're not ripped off, where to get the best cars, how to get spares real good and cheap, or whatever it is. You know, I don't know. I'm not very good at cars. I'm just trying to, you know, think what would I need as a car owner and a car buyer. You know, because millions of people buy cars every week worldwide, yeah? Not all of them will want, but some of them will want some kind of help or something. Or, flip it around, so many people have these fantasy ideas of, you know, getting into the car business. And some of them will actually get into the car business. So, you see, you could train, that's another information product you could make, how to get in the car business. So, already as a car dealer, you have two angles to approach, the consumer or the car business person. In events, same thing. How to hold events, how to set up an events company, how to arrange maybe weddings, or how to do this. You know, there's so many things under events that you can make information products out of, that people want to know how to do something within the events field, how to hold birthdays like properly, or how to arrange their weddings or do corporate events, whatever. And thirdly, expatriates, you know. Let's say you're an American living and working in a foreign country. You'll want to know stuff, you know. I mean, and your company might even sponsor you to know this stuff. You might want to know the ins and outs of that country, the tips, the tricks, or how to be an expert. How, I mean, look, if you go to Amazon.com, there are books on living and working abroad. So what I'm trying to say is, for him, my friend who has lived and worked abroad for so long, he's got unique experiences that somebody who's either new at living and working abroad, who wants to live and work abroad, or somebody who is has done that for long but is new in a particular region. This guy has information that that kind of person or people would pay for. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that no matter what your strengths are, you could probably make an information product out of them, as well as carrying on with your normal work. If you're a gardener, carry on gardening, or if you're a landscaper, carry on doing your landscaping, but also make an information product to show people how to do landscaping. If you're a computer nerd, carry on with your computer nerd work, but also make an information product showing people how you do your thing. I'm sure there's something that you're very good at, and there are people out there who would like to learn from you. That's the point. So like we said, they're easy to make, easy to distribute, and we'll see that shortly. But also, information products can give you automated cash flow. What do I mean by that? I mean residual or passive income. I'll give you an example. My website, let's say the Marling School of Mind Power. People pay monthly to access it, right? Now, these videos that I make, I go into a lot of effort to try and make the best that I can make, deliver good value and information. But once that work is done, once I've made them, I just upload them and they sit on the server for years and years. I mean, like, of course, if the information in them expires, I need to remove them. But what I'm saying, as long as the information is valid, I don't need to do it every day. I've made this video once. How many people are going to watch this video? It could be hundreds, it could be thousands, it could be tens of thousands of people. But I'm not even going to spend any extra energy once I've done it once. So, but every new person that watches it is extra income for me. You see? So it can automate your cash flow. Information products can do that. Or let's say my book. Okay, that's a bit of a far-fetched because most people are not going to write a book. But let's say that you actually have a book out there. Once a book is written, it just keeps giving you income every month. So you work hard at it once, and then after that you kind of don't have to do much. Of course, maybe marketing, but that's it. And in that same vein, it frees your time, again, for the same reasons we mentioned, because you don't have to exchange your time for money. It gives you liberation. So it's really cool, man. I love it. I love information products. Now, it's easy. I'm about to show you how you're going to create very easily, you won't even believe it, a video product, an audio product, and a text product all in one go, in one step. Or rather, not one step, but in one go. Like, you will do this once, and then out of that you'll be able to get 3 or 4 different kinds of products from your single one action. You'll see what I mean shortly. Now, the video product can be, you can sell it as an online video. People go online to watch, as downloadable videos, or in DVDs, and I'll show you how. Audio product can be again downloadable MP3s, or you can sell them as CDs. Text products can be an ebook, a printed book, online text that people log in online to read, or a series of articles, maybe delivered via newsletter or something. But hang on a second. I know I think you might think that I jumped the gun, but this is gonna make sense in a short while. I was just making a point that it's easy to create all those in one go. Now let's look at how you actually do it, okay? Now, there'll be roughly 7 steps, roughly. The first one is we're going to understand what we don't want to create a product that we want. We want to create a product that many other people want, because we want those people to pay us for it, isn't it? So we have to start with a customer in mind. That's step 1. Step 2 is to then, depending on what you found out in step 1, outline your information product. Just bullet points in less than 1 page. What are the 10 most important things that you found out your customers want to find out, or problems that they want to solve? What are the 10 most, just a bullet point. It's good start there. So because you don't want to think of like, oh my god, I gotta write this massive 400-page book. No, just 10, what are the 10 key things that people have a problem with that you can solve for them, for example. Once you've got the outline and all that, we're going to video it. We're not going to write a book. We're going to video you. I'll show you in a sec. And then, this is a cool part. Let's say you have a video of yourself teaching people how to train a puppy, for example. Let's keep it simple. You're great at training puppies. You've just made a video of yourself doing various training things on your puppy. Alright, now this video can be exported to audio, right? Think about it. The video, you can actually export just the audio part of it. And then you can have that audio part transcribed or typed out into text. And now you have a video, audio, and text product. Then next is to commercialize it, rather make money out of that. And then 6 is to create back-end sales, which means, okay, fine, you're selling your product. What else can you sell? Because if, let's say, we're sticking with the puppy training example, somebody who bought your puppy training videos, ebook, and downloadable manuals and whatever, will also want other things to do or related to dogs. So you say, okay, fine, let me look at the market, see what other good puppy or dog training or XYZ dog something products are out there that I can actually promote to my clients and get a commission out of. Those are back-end sales. So that way you're just getting commissions and you don't have to create the products in the back end. And then you can turn it into a real business, you know. So let's get into detail here. Let's start with number 1. Start with the customer in mind. How? Just ask them, you know. In other words, you go and say, regarding my area of strength, because what you're doing is trying to help people, regarding what you're strong at, what do other people want? Like, what do they want? What do they need? What problems do they have that you can solve? So you can ask people that you interact with in the real world, maybe you interact with on Facebook or at your office or at your gym or whatever. Just start asking people. Another way to ask is you can actually buy advertising. This is a bit more of a, I'm just going to mention this. I'm not going to go into detail of it, but you can actually buy ads on Google or Facebook, maybe advertising your future product. And when people click on it, they go to a page where you say, okay, fine, we're just making this really cool product, and it's about, let's say, puppy training. And as soon as it's released, you're going to get an email and you're going to get maybe a free copy of XYZ. But in exchange, you need to answer this question here. Just fill in this form and say, what is your biggest problem when it comes to puppy training? What is it that you most want to know? So you've bought these ads, which cost maybe like 5 cents per click or 10 cents, and maybe you've bought $100 worth of ads. But when people click through, maybe the ad says something like, you know, learn how to train your puppy in 24 hours. When people click through, they'll actually find that survey form and they'll realize, look, okay, if I fill in this survey form, very simple, one field open-ended question form survey, not a long one, I'll get a freebie when this product comes out. That's another way to ask people. But there's so many ways to ask. But the point is, you ask. You don't just sit down and think, I'm going to make the coolest dog training thing that'll show people how to do dog backflips. Maybe no one is interested in dog backflips except you. How are you going to sell that? You know? So, another way is to do keyword research. Now, this is covered in our beginner's guide to internet marketing, so I'm not going to go into details with it. But keyword research is whereby you can use a tool like there's one called the Google keyword tool, and actually if you just go to Google and type in Google keyword tool, you'll get a link to it. That's one. Another one is called Market Samurai. Actually, Market Samurai is super great. I would suggest you go with Market Samurai, and you can get this at marketsamurai.com. Let me just write that for you. But basically, it's a piece of software that you download, and the software is called Market Samurai. And you'll type in, let's say, for example, we're sticking with dog training. You'll type in dog training, and it's gonna go and bring you a list of all the different variations of what people have been writing into Google regarding dog training. Maybe train your Chihuahua, train your dog to sleep, how to train your Alsatian to fetch, you know, whatever. So it's going to bring you all these variations of what people are typing into the search engines, how many people are typing that, and it will even give you an indicator of the commercial viability of different keywords. So you might find that training a Chihuahua has high commercial viability, you know, so you might decide to focus on just training Chihuahuas, whatever. But keyword research is really a cool way of discovering what the world wants that is related to your strengths. And you know, it ends up teaching you what exactly people are looking for, so you don't have to guess, and then tells you also how many of them are looking for that thing. Like I said, this video is not to go in detail on keyword research. We have other videos for that, and you're welcome to have a look at them in our beginner's guide to internet marketing or building an internet business. You'll find lots of examples there and exact directions on how to do this. So just go there for that, and you know how to do keyword research easily there. Now, next we said is to outline your information product. Once you figured out what these guys want, you create an outline of it. Let's say if it was training a Chihuahua, you say, okay, what are the top 10 or so main points that people want to know when it comes to training a Chihuahua? Or what are the top 10 problems that people face when it comes to training a Chihuahua or training a dog or whatever it is that you're doing? Once you have that list, it's going to look like a table of contents to a book, isn't it? Because a table of contents to a book, okay, depends on what book, but it could be a table of contents to the book, the top 10 things that people need help with. Yeah. Now, consider that list of 10 as your table of contents. So over there you have your headings. These are the 10 main points. Within those main points you have your subheadings. So let's say you have 5 points within each of the above 10 points, and then you have subheadings which is like 5 points within each of the above 5 points. You see what I mean? So you're not writing a long story, you're doing bullet points. Remember, this was bullet point 10 items. Then you go here in those 10 bullet points, put 5 bullet points within those 10, each of those 10 bullet points, and then within each of those minor bullet points, flesh them out into another 5 bullet points. I hope you get what I mean. Let me give you a quick example, and this is not going to be a live example. It's going to be an illustrative one. So let's say those are the top 10 problems that people wish to have solved, or things that they want to know about your area. Now, in point number 1, can you again break it down into 5 bullet points? Okay, so once you've done that, and it's bullet points, please don't write long sentences, they'll confuse you. Bullet points, yeah, bullet points. Don't write long sentences. Then again, within there, maybe another 4 bullet points or 5, you know. But you can see how this kind of like fleshes out, it gives you an outline. Remember, you're doing an outline. Don't start writing long stories here yet, right? Yeah. Now, how do you do this? Preferably use a mind map. What you're watching now, this thing, that's called a mind map. That's what I'm using right now. And the one I'm using is called Mind Manager from a company called MindJet. Yeah. But if you Google Mind Manager, or if you go to mindjet.com, you can download a free trial of this and all that sort of thing. And I find that it's easier to do this kind of work on mind maps. You can do it on paper, but if you do it on mind maps, then you can move them around. You can, you know, you can do stuff like, you see, I could probably, like, I'm sure you're watching this. You know, I can move this there, and you know, I can rearrange my thoughts easily. Whereas on paper it would be more difficult. Yeah. Okay, another one is Gliffy. Gliffy is online and it's free. Mind Manager is not free, it's downloadable, it's super powerful, but you know, you get a free trial of maybe 30 days, I think. Okay, so now once you have your outline, you need to create the video. I would say video your outline. Now you have your outline, so you know the things that you need to be doing on video. So for example, you could use a screen capture software maybe you've made a PowerPoint presentation or something. So you can use a screen capture software like I'm doing right now, and as you go through the PowerPoint, the video is being recorded, right? So that's one way to create video, yeah. And it's very easy. You just talk naturally, like this is what I'm doing now. I'm going through a presentation, talking to you naturally as if you're right here, and the computer is recording that. I use a software called Camtasia from a company called TechSmith, techsmith.com. You can get a free trial. But there's several others. Google around. There's some that are free, some that are not. There's quite a few. Alternatively, you can be filmed in a live environment. Like if, let's say, you can be filmed, you yourself doing the thing. Maybe the thing is training your Chihuahua. So a friend can film you training your Chihuahua. Or there's a set of videos that I recently downloaded, you know, like, because I want to really do some good stuff at the gym. I've been so lazy. But it was just a bunch of two guys. And all they do is they they film each other talking through the nutrition program, and then they film each other in the gym lifting weights. They film each other, working out basically and preparing food. So you could be filmed doing the thing, or you could be filmed just talking about the thing. You don't have to be doing it. It depends on what it is, but it might be appropriate that just talking is cool. Maybe you could just talk to the camera by yourself. Or you could actually be filmed having a conversation with someone about this thing. You could ask your friend, you could give your friend this outline of 10 points and ask your friend, ask you questions about this. Or you can give your friend a list of questions and ask them, ask me these questions. So your friend is having a conversation with you, and that is being filmed, but the conversation is structured based on the outline, so that you guys are not just talking random crap. You need to be able to structure it, because people want to learn in a structured format. Or you can also interview other experts about the thing. Yeah, if let's say you're a dog training guy, you really have these cool tricks on training dogs. Maybe you have other friends who can also train dogs, and they've taught you a few tricks. Maybe you're in one of those dog lovers clubs or something. So go there with your camera and have a chat with these guys about different things and film it. Of course they should know that you're gonna put them on video and then sell this product. So maybe you might even want, if they're not your very closest friends, you can have them sign just a little paper saying that they understand that. But that's video. Now once you got this video, you need to convert it to multiple formats. And don't worry if you're not techie. For example, that video that you just made, if you're not techie, you can just visit a friend, because it's so easy nowadays, man. Like nowadays, for example, I'm using on my computer, even if it was a movie that I downloaded, I don't have to have made it myself, but even if it was, I can just use QuickTime, for example. QuickTime is from Apple, but there's so much software out there nowadays. I would even be wasting time telling you about them. If you can Google this stuff and download a free trial of something that has a button that says export this video as MP3 format, for example, or export this video ready for web streaming. Or you can just send it to somebody and they charge you a fee and they do it for you if you don't want to do it yourself. But anyways, video for the web, again, the software will convert into all these formats except text. So let's not get into the details of that. I mean, yeah, you can Google it. How do I export my video to web format? How do I export my video to DVD? Just Google it and you'll get tons of software that are so easy to use and free, and you can download and use. And if you can't do it yourself, get help. So I'm not going to cover it, here. Now, video for the web, you can retail it for anything from, let's say, $47 to even $2,000, depends on the content. There's so many programs out there that people charge $2,000 for just video. People want to learn stuff, and this stuff is very valuable, so it makes sense for them to pay $2,000. Depends on what it is you're teaching. So the main part is converted to a product for sale, and then you can also get small clips that you can place in YouTube and use for marketing, okay? That you can use, place on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. And then video for DVD, and I'll show you how to get that into DVD and distribute it. It's perceived also as high value because now it's physical. Again, retail $47 to $2,000 depends. And then you can have the audio MP3 again out of your export, so people can listen to it in their cars or as they jog or whatever. And then you can have text, yeah, and you can retail that up to $29. In other words, what you're going to do here is turn your words into a book. How? You have this MP3 that you exported, you will send it to a particular company and they'll transcribe it into text. It takes just a couple of days for them. Where do you do that? There's lots of places, but two of them that come to mind right away is eScriptionist.com and iDictate.com. There's another one I saw the other day which was really cool. I just forgot the name, but there are lots of them. So I don't know. Honestly, I think it's roughly about $1.50 per minute worth of audio. So if you have 1 hour worth of audio, you're probably gonna end up paying what, $90 to get it all transcribed into text. Yeah, so it's not bad. But what are you gonna use it for? Again, you can compile into an ebook, an Adobe PDF, and you can sell for $19 or even up to $47. Yeah. Actually, it depends. Up to 47. Yeah. You can also have the same book in print. You know, you can sell it in print using companies such as CreateSpace.com. CreateSpace is actually owned by Amazon.com. What they'll do is they'll take your ebook and then they will, whenever an order comes in, your book will be sold on Amazon now as a physical book. Whenever an order comes in, maybe from Amazon or something, CreateSpace instantly prints a book out of it. So it's called print on demand. Yeah, it's called POD, or print on demand. And that book is gonna look like any other book that you buy off a bookshelf in the bookstore. Yeah, it's not gonna look like some spiral bound book. It actually looks like a book. But the print on demand option is really good for when you're starting out, because that means you will be charged, let's say $4 or $8, you know, whatever, to have that one book printed. You'll be charged when that book is ordered, when somebody has paid for it. So in other words, you're not printing hundreds and thousands of copies and then trying to sell them. No, you're printing when it's ordered. Yeah. Now, part of that text can be serialized into articles of about 200 or 300 words each, and you can use these articles in your newsletter. You know, you can have a newsletter that people subscribe to and you send them articles. So this way people will start to know you, like you, trust you. Yeah. Think about it. All these newsletters you subscribe to online, as you start getting articles that are helping you, you start to trust and know and like this person who's sending you these free articles. So part of the book can be made into articles, not the whole thing. And you can also give other people to use them in their newsletter, and as long as they credit you and link back to your website or whatever. So that's cool. It can be used for marketing. All right, let's go to step 4, commercialize. Now, in commercialization, we're going to be talking about sales and marketing and fulfillment. In other words, somebody bought the product, how do you get it out to them? Now, again, you know, this is not going to be a very detailed look. I just want to give you ideas here of what to do. Like I said, our beginner's guide to starting an online internet business goes into more details in this. But offline, the best thing you can do is to find a distributor for the information product. If, let's say, you want to sell these information products offline, I suggest you focus online by far. Offline, I don't even bother myself. I don't bother to do it myself. Of course, my books, for example, is in print, but I don't do it myself anymore. I mean, offline is just that much harder. But nevertheless, it's important. So find distributors or marketing partners. You know, they could be publishers. Very hard to get a publisher, or they could be just. It depends. It so much depends on your product. If you Google around, you'll start to get an idea of who can you partner with, who can be your distributor, who can be your marketing partner, and so on. Now, online, is where I suggest you start or even focus on. So first you need to get a website, right? Then you need to tell the world about your website, and then you need to collect money from sales. 3 steps. How? For example, how do you tell the world about it? You can have articles, like we said, that are exported from your text, and then you'd have a newsletter where you keep people updated. You have other people's newsletters. I don't want to actually go through these in details because they're covered in our beginner's guide to internet marketing, so please go there and watch them. So if you don't know what this word means, for example, an affiliate program, go and watch those videos. It will explain very properly. We have an entire video just on affiliate programs. We have an entire video just on joint ventures, so go there. But an affiliate program basically is this. You got your website, right, that you're selling your information product to. You're giving people a commission for telling other people about it. So your website is automatically tracking and saying, hey, Joe brought Mary to this website. Mary bought this product. So I'm going to give Joe a 50% commission. That's what an affiliate program is. It encourages others to spread the word about you because it pays them commission. Joint ventures is where, okay, you are doing that Chihuahua training thing. You got these great videos on how to train Chihuahuas. Then you decide, okay, fine, I'm going to find somebody who already has like some cool dog training blog, cool dog training site and everything. And then I'm going to go tell them, hey, I got this great product. Why don't we do a joint venture? Why don't we, let's say, either maybe you sell for me to your mailing list and I sell your products to my mailing list, because they're both interested in dog stuff, and we give each other commissions. It's a bit like affiliate program, but it's a bit more detailed, or it's a bit more personal because you're working with one. It's almost the same anyways. Just watch the videos that I mentioned before. You can buy ads on Google and ads on Facebook, especially Facebook. They're super cheap. You can get ads that are like 2 cents a click. In other words, you're paying 2 cents every time somebody clicks on your ad and comes to your website. You just have to be very good at targeting, right? By the way, there is a book that I bought from Amazon.com called Killer Facebook Ads. Just go to Amazon.com and search for Killer Facebook Ads. Amazing book. It's amazing. Very good. Because you can waste a lot of money on Facebook thinking that you know what you're doing. So get this book. And for Google Ads, you can study a person called PerryMarshall.com. Teaches how to do Google Ads properly. Because look, you can always go to Google and Facebook, open up an advertising account. It costs like $5. It's so cheap to get started, but likely you're gonna waste money. So it's better to know what you're doing first. Then you got your you can also market through social sites such as blogs, YouTube, whatever. There's a whole bunch of ways you can do this, but I suggest what you do is just go to that beginner's guide to internet to starting and running an online business. It's an entire course that we have for you. You can find it right here at Merlin, and it goes in detail into all of this. Yeah, but what I'd strongly suggest and encourage you to do is to become a student of internet marketing. And then, how do you collect money from sales? Easiest to use PayPal. But that video is going to teach you, that course is going to teach you more. But now, fulfillment online, of course. If it's downloadable, then they just pay and then they get access to the download. If it's a membership site, it's even better because then they pay, they get access, but every month they pay you. And that's the membership site. It's like a monthly pay, and every month you're giving them new content, and every month they're paying you. So you give them new content, they pay you every month. It's better than a single one-time download kind of deal. But it's up to you. Now, physical products. Remember we said some of your videos will be converted to DVDs, some of your audios in CDs. How do you do that? You can use a company like Disc.com or SpeakerFulfillmentServices.com. These guys will simply take your one copy of your DVD or CD, and then they'll maybe get your artwork for the box. And then whenever somebody orders from your website, maybe your website sends these guys an email with the details of that order. These guys will print a copy nicely. It's going to look professional, like with the cover images and the a box, maybe a nice DVD cover case. Just go to disc.com and see what options they have. I mean, you'll be surprised. But it'll be, they'll take care of like creating that nicely so it looks like a professional product, and then they'll also take care of shipping it, and then they charge you a shipping fee and a small fee for creating the product. It's amazing. You can, for example, it could cost you $13 for them. Let's say you have a box set of like a 6 DVD box set of training your dog, yeah, like the coolest box set ever on dog training. It might cost you through disc.com maybe $13 or $20 to have this professionally created, so that you send them your videos in like some crappy looking DVD that you burnt off your computer, but then they'll convert that into nice looking DVDs, professional looking DVDs that people can play on their DVD player, right? And they'll also make nice looking boxes out of them. If you go to disc.com, you'll see all the choices. That might cost you $20, but maybe you're selling this product for $2.99 or $2.97 for the DVD super pack. Yeah, so the margins are great, they're good. Now, we talked about what backend sales are. Basically, you already have a client list, so why not develop a commercial and friendly relationship with them that benefits everyone? What does that mean? That means you find good, related, and suitable products and services from other companies, yeah, things that are related to what they bought from you in the first place. And then most companies nowadays have an affiliate program, which means they're willing to give you a commission. And then you simply tell your clients about these good, related, suitable products you found for them. So just tell them, hey, I found this, click on this, it's great. And of course that link is your affiliate link, so it's tracking your commissions. Now, let's give an example that maybe you've run this thing, your business for a year, you now have a newsletter. It's so important to have a newsletter. A lot of people have these websites that don't have a newsletter. The money's in the list. You need a newsletter. Doesn't matter what you think, you need to get a newsletter for your business, yeah, your information business. Now, let's say a newsletter has 10,000 people on it, and and you've been giving them nice, useful articles about, whatever, and so they'll come to know and like you and trust you. And then you find one product, and then you send one email to them saying, hey, look, there's this product, it's $50, it does this and that, it's good for you, check it out over there. They click on it, yeah. Let's say 10% of those 10,000 like these products, which cost $50, and they buy. So 10% of 10,000 people is what? 1,000 people, isn't it? Yeah. So 1,000 people buy this $50 product. That's $50,000. And let's say your commission was 50%, which is normal if it's an information product. You just got $25,000 for sending an email. It took you a while to get 10,000 people who read your newsletter and know you, like, and trust you. But once you got these 10,000 people making money, it becomes like almost like child's play, because you just find a good product, you tell them about it, you get a commission. How hard could that be? In an email, Now, this is one place you can go find related products. Clickbank.com. Just go there now, have a look. Clickbank.com is like the motherlode of information products. So you can always find a related one that you can recommend to your list. Right? Now, if you want to go far, you can turn this into a real business. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want, you can turn it into a serious business. And for that, I most recommend expertacademy.com. This guy really goes into depth on teaching people how to turn, small information businesses into multi-million-dollar information product empires, and he does it very well. He's not cheap, but he's the best. So that's a level that you might want to go to. Okay, thank you so much. That's been so much fun. I hope this has been useful to you, or at least given you a good start, and thank you for your time.